How's it going, guys? Decided to bring you kind of a different video today. I kind of wanted to go over a bunch of the upgrades I've done with my 2008 Chevy Tahoe Z71. Got this car used probably about, well, coming up on 3 years now, and it's been a great car. I've done quite a bit of modifications to it since I bought it. Not a lot mechanically, except for K&N air intake and then changing the wheels to all-terrain wheels. Outside of that, the rest of it's pretty much cosmetic and actually just fixing the car up. So what I'm going to do is kind of give you guys a quick tour and go over some of the features I've changed. On the front of the car, probably one of the biggest things you notice that's changed is the Go Rhino push bumper. I actually put this on probably a couple weeks ago and put in these Cal Jeep lights on the front as well. Nothing too fancy in terms of the lights, but just something I thought that would go good on the front of the car. It definitely gives it an aggressive look. And then adding in the bug shield to the car as well definitely helps out with little rock chips, things like that on the front of it. With the lights on the Tahoe, pretty much all of them have been changed out for LEDs, with the exception of the reverse lights, and then the headlights are actually HID. But we got LED off-road lights on the front here. These are spotlights, and then the daytime running lights are LED, as well as the turn signals. And with the turn signals, the one thing that was definitely a little bit more cumbersome to work with is they will cause hyperflashing until you add a resistor so that the relay can properly tell that there's actually current going there, as opposed to a burnt out bulb. So after you install those on every single turn signal bulb, you're pretty much good to go. And basically, the fact I like is it's instant on and off, so it makes the turn signal a lot more noticeable. In terms of the wheels, nothing too fancy here. These are actually the standard Z71 wheels that should have come with the car. Mine didn't. They came with some pretty thin wheels, which made it pretty bad for off-roading, especially on a model that has an off-road package. The only change I've done here is I've actually plasti-dipped the wheel, and I've done the black plasti-dip with the glossifier, so I think it definitely gives it a way more aggressive look. Cut out the insert for the Chevy logo there to make it still look stock, but at the same time black out those wheels. So you can probably tell if you know much about the Tahoe is these are not the factory mirrors. These are actually off-road mirrors. I had these installed probably a couple months ago, and the reason I did that is the factory mirrors that were with the Tahoe, they're motorized, and that motor actually broke, or the gearing, something inside of it. So the mirror would move freely while I was driving, which made it really hard to rely on that mirror. So I actually went to get them replaced and noticed that the towing mirrors were actually considerably less. And they came with all the same benefits: integrated turn signal, heated mirror, memory recall, all of that. Just a little bit bigger, but definitely give you a lot more visibility, especially in your blind spots, especially with the dual mirror formation on this guy. Do you remember what you used to say? So interior-wise is where I've probably done the most changes in here. Starting off, I did the radio replacement because the stock radio that came with the car was just the standard Chevy CD player. It had the XM radio and an auxiliary input, but really nothing more than that. So I replaced it with this unit here, which is a Rosen car show unit. What's great about this guy is it incorporates navigation to it. It has a USB for iPhone and iPod support, so I can basically just dock my phone like it is here and play the music off of it. Backup camera. Another cool thing I can also do, because I have an integrated dash cam system for the car, I can actually put the video output to one of the AV inputs on the car show unit, and I can see what the dash cam sees. More recently, one of the additions I've done is I've actually added interior accent lighting to the car. All the Chevy cars, at least during this production run, and even going forward, they have what I believe Chevy calls the aqua color appearance, and I wanted to match that but have light in the footwells. So I found a unit on Amazon. I added it under the driver and passenger footwells, as well as in the rear underneath the driver's seat and the passenger's seat. So that way at night there's just a nice little ambient light there, so you can really see what's going on, especially with the black carpet and the black chairs. It's kind of hard to see if you dropped anything on the floor. So something I really like. And that unit, it can change brightness, it can do different patterns. I just wanted it to be a static light, and that's what it does, and it does a great job. It turns on when the radio triggers, so anytime the radio is on, those lights are on. Anytime I turn the radio off, they'll turn off, etc. So you kind of get the idea. So pretty cool system, in my opinion. Just something to make the interior of the car just a nicer place to be, especially if you're going to be traveling in a car on a day-to-day basis. I think you should like the car you're in. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. I know it was a little bit of a different one. I just kind of wanted to show things that I've been meaning to show for a while now with my car, with all the different changes that I've done. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Hopefully I answered any questions you might have had. If I missed anything, just let me know in the comments down below. That way I can get them addressed for you guys and go from there. Outside of that, I will see you guys in Southern California for the Men's National League Water Polo Tournament coming up here in the next 3 weeks. So we'll see you guys then. Have a good one.